This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 14th of March. I'm James Spann. Temperatures near record levels around here for the rest of the week and the weekend as this upper ridge begins to build in. Let's get in there and take a look. Some of the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. First off, coming from Trussville. Boy, that looks like a summer day. Kind of hazy. A few buildups there, cumulus clouds, and we've got a few widely scattered storms out there, but not many today. That's a Skycam coming from Huntsville, up in the Tennessee Valley. And from Russellville, looks like a little thunderstorm off in the distance. That's up in Franklin County in northwest Alabama. Yeah, man, that looks like summer. Pockets of random convection across Alabama in the deep south. There's some differential heating. You can see a little patch of low clouds trying to hang tough between Tuscaloosa and Birmingham and then curving down to the south near Montgomery. But for most of the state, it's a warm day, a mix of sun and clouds, and these widely scattered showers and storms. Whenever we say that, that's what we mean. Looks like the radar has the measles, and the radar probably will look a lot like that really every day through Saturday. And look at that. That's the surface-based instability. The air is very unstable. We note that the instability is over 2,500 joules in spots across Alabama, but there's no dynamic forcing. You know, if we had a big storm system coming in here, we'd be concerned about severe weather, but we don't. So accordingly, it's the summer-type setup. Now, those are early afternoon temperatures at 1 o'clock, and at that point, most folks were in the 70s around here. Muscle Shoals and Fort Payne, the warm spot's at 79, but I would imagine by the time you watch this, we're going to have a lot of low 80s up there as the sun is really starting to break out nicely. And around the nation, early this afternoon, see some 80s in southeast Missouri around Cape Girardeau. Got temperatures well up into the 70s, almost up to Chicago. And again, it's just hard to find any really cold weather. There is some in the northwest, but not much. And look at that. I mean, that's the watch warning map, and basically there's just nothing on there. Now, let's look at the convective outlook. This is the risk for the rest of today and tonight. We've got the standard slight risk north of here. Tomorrow for Thursday, no slight risk, just 5% probabilities, including North Alabama. Like today, the air is going to be unstable. You know, those surface-based capes could exceed 3,000 joules tomorrow if we hit the mid-80s, but and you could see a pulse-type severe storm with some hail. We had some of that today, but nothing organized. And then day 3, which is Friday, the low-end severe weather probabilities off to the west, from West Texas up across the Plain States. And on day 5, which is Sunday, that could be a pretty good little severe weather outbreak setting up there for West Texas up into the southern plains. That'll be a storm chaser's delight late in the weekend as a big trough carves out west. Here's a look at rain for the next 5 days. Hardly anything for the southern half of the state. This is valid through Monday morning at 7 o'clock. Heavier totals to the north and out west. Okay, let's check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. 582 ridge nosing in from the Gulf. The primary westerlies are way up north. And below that, tomorrow, a lot like today. Partly sunny, warm, and there could be a few widely scattered showers and storms out there. No doubt about that. The GFS is printing 83. If we hit that, we miss the record by 1. Friday, same thing. GFS has 83. Now, I will say this. I don't have the graphic to show you, but the NAM is much more aggressive with rain on Friday with a weakness in the ridge, and it's got highs in the 70s with rain and storms. We're going to reject that now and go with persistence, but certainly out of some respect to that, we'll mention maybe a little better chance. We'll kind of bump the chance of any one spot getting wet maybe up to 30% on Friday. And then Saturday, you know, just kind of a nondescript, bland, warm pattern. And we've got temperatures up in the 80s as we kick off the weekend. The GFS is at 83. And again, widely scattered showers and storms. Same thing Sunday, low to mid-80s. Very warm weekend, warmest weekend so far this year. Now, Monday of next week, ooh boy, look at the trough in the west. Wow. And of course, that amplifies the downstream ridge over us. So chance of rain, very small Monday, maybe an isolated shower. And look at the snow out west, Flagstaff, Arizona, up into the Wasatch Mountains of Utah. That's going to be a big snow out there. And but, hey, the cold air is not going to reach us. Let's go to Tuesday. Storms on the Interstate 35 corridor, and Wednesday, storms move into Texas, the eastern part of Texas, but again, it just doesn't make it here. Maybe numbers coming down a little bit, highs dropping back in the upper 70s, but still pretty mild for this time of the year. We'll check the end of the forecast on March 30th. No cold air on this look. So again, the modeling showing no sign of any late season freeze, winter weather mischief, severe weather, flooding. Just kind of a warm, quiet pattern for the rest of this month. And down below that, you can see just as quiet as could be. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog. My next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And don't forget to watch us on ABC 3340 at 4, 5, 6, and 10. If you're not around here, watch it on the stream. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless. The first thing you've got to understand, you cannot rely on an outdoor siren. You cannot hear those inside a home, a building, a church. It won't work. You've got to get something inside your house. That's a weather radio or maybe a smartphone app. We work with a company that's developed a wonderful weather radio app for Android phones and iPhones. It knows where you are, and if you're in a tornado warning polygon, you get the warning. And if you're not, you don't. It's an effective device, and it's a great way to be sure you get the warning.